It's not something that you really want to eat cold.
No.
Good evening, all.
Good evening, Alan. All right, it's 7:30. As I said, for those that might not have got the info, John is delayed due to a number of different issues. He's was there an extra week, which wasn't planned. So I'll be hosting the meeting on his behalf again.
Is he okay?
Let's bring the meeting to order. We have a quorum. So the first order of business is to review minutes of the previous meeting. I reviewed them. They looked accurate. Did anybody have any updates or comments that were at the last meeting? So that would be other than
Me.
Mel and Renee. Everybody else is free to comment if they have any.
I reviewed it. It's accurate.
There
So
we go. Can we have a motion?
accept the meeting.
Oh, okay, who's
Well,
ever gonna
we have
do
a little difficulty here because you can appoint, Alan appointed a voting member.
We need to appoint, oh, I apologize. We have a shortfall.
Well, but only because of this particular agenda item, because we already have a quorum.
Yeah,
right?
but
With
to
Linda
cover
here.
the.
To cover, yeah,
to cover the-
just, yeah. And then you can go ahead and make your motion, okay, Alan?
Very good. So let's appoint Scott as a voting member tonight for the purposes of concluding our prior meeting minutes agenda.
Okay.
Can we have a motion now?
Sure.
Motion to accept the minutes from the meeting, the last meeting, which was, I heard him
March the
date
4th?
here.
It was
Fourth.
the date of the fourth.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor of accepting the March 4th meeting minutes as written?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item.
Don't you need the two
Review of
abstains?
old bit. I'm sorry, Mel, go ahead.
Don't you need
Abstentions,
the
yep.
two abstains? Renee and I are.
Yes, you guys are
abstaining.
noted as being not present
Okay.
at the last meeting, so you guys can't vote on accepting the meeting minutes. Thank you, Mel.
Right.
All right, moving on to item 3, old business. There isn't any. Item 4, new business, there isn't any. Item 5, correspondence. I want to enter into the record a note that John received from a gentleman named Ronald Stoltz.
Mhm.
That was, I'd like to enter that at the record to discuss at our next meeting. And it was a nice note where Mr. Stoltz had identified to Alice and John his concern with specifically the number of options for senior citizens, particularly in the new Four Corners building, that from his perspective, it would do well if seniors had opportunities for first floor housing that didn't require either stairs or elevators to access due to the difficulties for some older folks of ours.
You also sent, excuse me, Bruce,
Yes, sir.
you also send this exact letter to the Economic Development Commission.
PDC. Yes, that's correct, Mel. Thank you for the update. So I do want to enter it into the record and make it a agenda item to discuss next week, because I think it does have merit, particularly given the model that we've adopted for the Four Corners area with retail on the first floor of the buildings. So I think it's something we should certainly discuss in concert with our update to the planning document. Anyone have any comments on the memo? I'm not sure if it was sent out. It might have just gone to me and John. If not, can we get copies for everybody for next week?
Yeah.
Thank you. Very good. Moving on to minutes of other boards and committees. The first one we received was the zoning board's May 1st meeting. I didn't see anything in there pertaining to the planning commission. Does anyone have any comments on a zoning board of appeals meeting minutes?
No.
Okay, the next one we have copies of is the Board of Selectmen. The only thing I noted there was they did approve a sewer extension for 101 to 105 Laurel Hill Road. Apparently there's another 3 or 4 more buildings that were approved way back in April 17 of 2014. And apparently that calls for the construction of 108 more apartments and 8,400 square feet of commercial and retail space, I apologize, in 5 buildings, not 4. And that motion did carry and was accepted to extend the public sewers. Other than that, there's an upcoming public meeting on the proposed capital budgets. And the referendum will be May 18th on same, and that was approved unanimously as well. They hired a new tree warden.
Oh,
That's about all that I caught that might apply to our team. Anybody have any questions on the minutes of other committees?
No.
If not, we'll move on to informal discussion. Does anyone have topics for informal discussion?
I do, even though you can't see me.
Yeah, we still can't see you.
No, you're not going to be able to either. Apparently, I don't even have an option for video.
Go ahead.
But I
Go
did
ahead,
get-
Linda.
I did get a note from RTC asking me if I was going to run again because I am up for reelection in November. Is anybody else up for reelection this year or just me?
everyone. Bruce is,
Everybody,
Bruce is up. I'm up.
No,
Yeah.
Bruce isn't up, is he? Are you,
yeah,
Bruce?
yeah, I can't believe
Okay.
it's been 4
I
years.
can't either.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't think I am.
Time flies when you're
No,
having
you
fun.
just,
I think,
Yeah, I'm only
I
here.
think- I think Renee, you have
you just,
2 more years.
I'll check. You want me to check the website?
so.
John might be
Will
up.
you-
John might be up as
Are you
well.
gonna? No, John just came again.
John came on when I
John just-
came on, like,
Oh, was he?
Right,
like
Okay.
I knew, but he like re-upped.
right,
whatever.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, Jen and I aren't at the same time, so. Are you running again, Bruce?
Oh, of course.
Good.
And miss all the fun?
I know, I've done it so long now, and I'm like, well, should I give somebody else a shot at one that
No.
wants to be on? No? No,
No.
thanks.
Lin-
Renee.
Linda, are you kidding?
One of these days, Linda, we're gonna have to get you to chair the meeting when John is in Florida.
You do a great job, Bruce, you really do, and I mean that sincerely. So, you're
Okay,
very
I'm-
knowledgeable.
I hear you.
Okay, I'm on the website now. Bruce is up. Linda is up. And I'm up.
Oh, you too, okay.
Yeah, because I took over for Paul.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right,
you got the
yeah.
Partial, you get the partial. Paul's
Uh, John is up in 23. Renee is up in 23
Right.
also. And Scott is up in 24, Alan in 22. And George
Okay.
Brass in 22 also.
Okay, thank you for doing that, Mel.
It's the least I could do for this group.
I'm having too much fun,
That's it.
So,
There you
you know.
there you go. What would you do on your Thursday nights otherwise? Probably,
It's true,
probably be
I
out
know.
at Marketplace or something.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, we'll see if the real question is the easing of COVID restrictions have a good or a bad portent for things to come? You know, we'll see. I guess we'll see if it was premature or not.
Well, I'm liking the Zoom meetings. I don't know about everybody else.
I asked
Yeah.
Alice and I think she said something about April 1st. There's people mulling over whether or not we're going to go in person after April 1st. But I think she mentioned something about how long after you have your second vaccination, maybe then you still have to wait
Yeah,
to
to
attend
get
something in person
full
like that.
immunity.
I think
Yeah.
it was two
Yeah.
weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I think we'd have to wait till something came down from the first selectman, obviously, or something. But I am going to a wedding tomorrow and I'll let you know what it's like to dance in dancing zones.
There you
Oh my
go.
Yeah,
God.
really?
Keep your-
Dancing zones and with
Keep
people
your
only at my
distance.
own table.
Wow. Jeez. Unbelievable.
Are you fully vaccinated?
Not yet, not till next week.
Me too.
Uh,
Me too. You same timeline as me, Jean.
But I had
I
to
got my
get a
second.
test, I had to get a
Pretty weird.
test and proof of negative, that I'm negative in order to get into the reception. I have to bring,
Wow.
yep.
Really?
Oh, well, that's good.
I thought that was only for ballparks.
Oh,
New York, though, it's Mr. Cuomo, so we'll put it at that.
oh, jeez. Well,
Anything to take away what's going on. He'll do anything.
so,
All right, moving along in the agenda, if we have no other comments, criticisms, or concerns to be entered. Item 7, tabled items, the plan of conservation development and the possible sewer expansion in Candlewood Shores Tax District is being carried forward. Then we get to Linda's favorite item.
right, which is an emotion to adjourn.
Can we have a second?
I second.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for your participation.
Good
Good night, everybody.
Night,
Have a
all.
good week.
Everybody. Good night.
Dude, have fun
Good night,
tomorrow.
enjoy